Hi. Check out this lovely fire we have to face off against the cold of our local environment. It's pretty good for that purpose, I would say. Regardless of all of that, everything's going pretty good. We're back. The Absentia's looking more built than ever. It's a lovely day. Actually, what is the temperature? Right? Okay, the temperature is hot. Okay, this fire is actually making things worse. Good to know. Things are going well. We have a renewed purpose. We actually understand what we're trying to approach in the short to immediate term, which is good. Our objective right now is to get these darn wheels operational. And for that, we are basically going to need approximately 120 large steel tubes that we do not currently have. And that's bad, because we want them. And they're kind of large and tough to acquire. But so far, the Absentia is, like, coming along. We have the suspensions, we've got a control seat, we've got storage capacity, actually, like, all of the storage capacity in the world, compared to what we had before. Now all we need is the wheels, and we could theoretically see if this thing can actually function. Technically speaking, for testing the power supply, we only need one wheel, because then we just do that and then multiply it by 4. There's something important to keep in mind, but most important right now is we need to go out there, we need to get more large steel tubes from whatever source we possibly can. Probably the wheels of derelict vehicles in the depths of just the world. And whatever else we can find. Hello, Thiga. I see you have joined us and are now acquiring that beacon I mentioned earlier. Oh, I flew. Before we head out proper, as you get situated and I get situated and everyone starts having a situation assigned to them, I think I'm going to do the work of putting all of our brand new spare hydrogen tanks into the central hydrogen storage gas station, because it seems productive and helpful and a nice little bit of organization. If at any point we feel like we have too many small hydrogen tanks, we can disassemble them for the delicious small steel tube inside, and large steel tube as well, and computers. It's actually 4 computers in each of these. With only 20, we can build an entire control seat. Good value. Also, Thega, there's something I think that you very specifically would want to know about. After you left the Spengineersing last time, I found a downed aircraft, like a plane. Like a crop dustery, not really crop dustery, like strafe fighter airplane. Thought you might be interested. Yeah. It's, actually, I have the waypoint. I have the GPS. It's still there, completely intact. I can tell you that it is exactly 5.6 kilometers exactly northwest of here. So if you want to go there, make a tow thing and drag it back here, that'd be cool. My thought was I would, like, scavenge it for parts because it has a lot of small batteries on it, but we could do something cooler with it if we felt like it. Put it on the Absentia, make it a real carrier. It's always an option. So, remember how I do this. We have the merge block there. We flip this over. It's like this. Yep, and then we put the merge block here. Oh. I'm down a computer. Computer in here? No, I already took him. Right, I ransacked everything's computer so that I could build the control seat. There might not be a computer in the base anymore. Well, there's a small cargo container here. And inside? Some basic construction components. I will grind this down to not destruction, just to get the computer out. And then we'll go... use all these in. What do you think is a good, and this is just a personal subjective opinion on your part, how many small hydrogen tanks do you think we should have in reserve? Like, how many is too many? And have we passed that already? Hey, you're empty? Because we've got like 8, 9 now, and soon to be 13. I agree. Maybe we should keep a cap at like 8 or so. And like if we need more, we can get more. If we need less, then they'll just take up space. I hear the sound of you painting. Is that what's going on here, or? My ability to use audio cues to understand the circumstances I am in has not failed me yet. Oh, this one's not fully built. I'll have to fix that. Maybe it's for the best that I'm doing this now. Sandstorm's rolling in and I don't have to worry about the sandstorm while driving. I can just wait until the sandstorm recedes by doing other helpful busy work. The storage is in absentia, yes. The very large crates. Because I found a second large cargo container. Well, large grid, small cargo container.
Energy low.
And now everything's there, and it's very convenient because those things can hold so much. Yeah, I'm going to actually disassemble that one so I can reassemble this one. And this one's empty, so I don't even know why I bothered. I guess I just accidentally... Oh yeah, we're nearly completely out of computers right now because they were all used to make the control seat for driving the darn thing. Also, I would recommend, if possible, to use the merge blocks instead of the weld pads, if only because they're renewable.
Energy critical.
But if we disassemble some of the small hydrogen tanks, that will give us a few more computers to work with. So you can merge whatever you're doing. Okay, that's empty. Alright, let's see our inventory here with an assumption that we'll keep a max of 8 on stand. Uh-oh. Think I'm stealing your car for a second. I just need the electricity. I ran out of power and started suffocating. Okay, so we have, and these are all empty, confirmed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 11, so we can get rid of 3 of these. I will pick 3 arbitrarily to grind down into parts, and that will be our new supply. Keep this one. I want a little variety in colors, so these like silvery rusted ones combined with the super rusted combined with the green one, I think makes a good variety in a pile. I have flown, ignore it, doesn't matter. There we go, that's alright. If you need some computers for merging blocks, I have that available now. Here, let's just get you those computers. But, like, we are really low on stuff, so please use the merge blocks instead of the weld pads. They're a bit more cumbersome, but they do the same thing.
Energy low. Energy low.
Oh, there's still stuff on the bed. Huh. Speaking of random acquisitions, we got 3 more atmospheric thruster frames, so we can use that for something. Possibly thrust. The additional small batteries about, always nice. I've had to strip down the buggy a little bit. I haven't disassembled it, but a lot of its parts are no longer fully formed. But I also got it back on 4 wheels. I'm gonna go out into the world and see what I can do. I've also had to disassemble the toaster for solar panels, but that's fine. Okay, we have 1 objective on this excursion and 1 objective only. Remember, plane 6 kilometers exactly northwest if you're interested in it. Go out, find... Well, I guess we need computers now again. Computers and large steel tubes. And anything that might possess those 2 objects. Gonna drive out for now as we await our first signal. Get ready to look for it. We need to narrow down on some new stuff. You have left a permanent scar in the ground thanks to the buggy transport. Let's go pure forward towards that mountain for now. I don't think we've gone too extremely that way. Oh! 7.3 kilometers right under planet. That is due west. Alright. We have our target. Follow the planet. Little off course. Correct. The lower shallow planet. I wonder which planet that is. So assuming the 7 kilometers was accurate at the part of... Oh! Okay, we did a little bit of an awkward flip. I don't really know why that happened, but it happened, but now it unhappened. I'm seeing the old scrapyards of old around here. There's something 6 kilometers away, but I don't think that was the signal we were following. According to our distance from the base, we should be about halfway there. A lot more signals in this direction, though. There was an object over to the right, but I suspect we've been there already. Wouldn't hurt to re-examine. Especially since we need to find a way to the other side of these mountains. If we see any wheels, we take them. Anything with large steel tube as an ingredient, we grind it down either to oblivion or until we have the tubes. Same could be said for computers. Okay. Ah, this is the van house. Okay. I remember this place. We were just here. 4 kilometers that way. Well, now that we have a better concentrated goal of what we want, is there any small steel tube around? No, but there is a lovely little engineer plushie I will take with us. These are desolate and empty. Yeah, we've already stripped down this for all the parts it could theoretically be of interest. Magnetic plates have motors 7 kilometers northwest. Yep, this place is clear. Ooh, the toaster is unhappy with me for some reason. I've also hit a fence. Okay, remember our target, towards the planet. Don't have a direct line, but we do have an indirect line. Turbine house is 4 kilometers away, so we should be about halfway there. Look out for signals. Four kilometers into the mountain. That could be it. Downside is I have no idea how to get there. Gonna have to be careful for this part. Easy, easy, easy. Ooh, 4 kilometers dead ahead. That could be another one, or it could be the one we were looking for also. The hill, oh, there's a valley right there. Does it lead to more valley around the turn? I don't know. I'm gonna turn back here to try and go up this shallower bit in the mountain and then drive atop the mountain to further land. Fortunately, this truck is actually pretty good at going uphill. As long as it's smooth. That's the higher planet. The lower planet should be somewhere to the left. There it is. Look at me using astronavigational techniques. Three kilometers south-southwest. Okay. Then there's something else that way. Okay, we are now officially on top of the plateau, and I see something that might not be a tree in the distance. Let's head for that. Wow, up here, the world doesn't seem nearly as desolate. A lot of tree, a lot of grass, some plant, more tree. It's got it all. There you are. Aha! Hidden in the trees. This one must be new. And it looks to be a type of farm. Cool. Lovely fence there. Solid silo here. A wind turbine has fallen over. Little shed. Shed contains a survival kit. Gyroscope. Gyroscope. I think it's worth it to bring it. But another survival kit's nice. Not sure what to do with the wind turbine, though. We don't need a wind turbine. I forgot to turn the magnets back on, I think. There we go. I will take the survival kit. Certainly, though. That's a very rare find. And even as simply a frame, it will be most beneficial. Drag that out. Put it on the truck bed, and we keep going. Lovely petals blowing off of the trees here. Four kilometers south by southwest, or west south by southwest. Over there. Oh. Wait a minute. Another one of these random large squareoidal things, which have a wheel in the middle for some reason. Still have no idea what it's supposed to physically represent. Okay, now we get to the problem with mountains. The dismount in. The problem with this mountain is this mountain. Funny how that works. Okay, there's something else 4 kilometers to our right. I think I'd prefer to follow that one because it would not require me to dismount this mount. Having too much fun with that pun. At least it's easy to see stuff up here. The ground is flat. I've crashed into a mysterious object to no damage. This may very well prove to be the farthest I've been from base in quite a while. Four kilometers behind that mountain. There should be something closer. I think I see it. Something directly to my right. We're gonna go down the mountain on the shallow pass to the left, then make a U-turn towards my right, and that should get us there. First person mode for accurate terrain observation and care for controls. Do not want to be disengaged with this. See? Okay, we're back at the sand level. Let's find our way around. Turning right. Two kilometers out, hostile signal. Regular hostile signal, not enemy signal. Actually, just there's some computered component on a device ahead of me. There's no evidence to suggest it is dangerous. Yet. Could be. Why does it seem like anomalously more red than normal? Is there a light on that's making it red? I think that's a wind turbine on top. No, it's painted. It's painted red. This place has color and vibrance. In the world? Okay, it's not the height of fancy. It still has an outhouse. A dedicated ladder shaft that is missing a ladder? I have a ladder to provide, yeah. Wait, no, this entire thing is like a ladder shaft. I need more steel tube. Maybe I can jump for it. A little up. A little up. No. This place is actively rejecting my attempts to reach it. Move the gated catwalk. Is that enough small steel tube? Almost. I could reach the upper one. I need 9 small steel tube. Where am I gonna get 9 small steel tube? Outhouse? That's 2. I need 7 more. I guess I could just deconstruct that one, reconstruct that one, and then just jump. That works. We solved the puzzle. Okay. What the heck is this? This is the fanciest, most well put together turbine house I've ever seen. Wait, why do you even need an outhouse? There's an in-house! Wild. This place is incredibly stylish.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
I feel bad for what I have to do, but I need the large steel tubes. I actually think that this place might be a good alternate style for the Absentia's command tower. It kind of has that command tower-y look to it. I'll leave this here. Goes in there. Construction. This place doesn't have much in the way of material. It's mostly simply fancy looking. Ooh, 7 kilometers that way. Not where we're going for. There's something like 4 kilometers-ish that way. This has been very, very interesting. Glad I found it, but I have no function for it right now. Almost feels like someone's still living there. Wait, I'm facing directly west, and the sun is to my left. Okay, yes. Just confirming my sanity. We are closer to the North Pole than the South Pole. Wait, it just occurred to me. I'm technically going north right now. Well, west. And Thega had that encounter with the hostile floating drone about 20 kilometers north of the base. So I'm a little worried I might accidentally stumble upon it, which would be an absolute disaster. Still, scrap material, and there is something dead ahead. We gotta go get it. We gotta find it. We gotta collect. How's things going for you, Thega? We have not communicated in a bit. Still painting? Did you head off to the plane? Or are you looking for other scrap in the desert? The dunes? Ah, okay. Hello. I think that's a highway segment. Those usually have good stuff. Oh, hold on. Mysterious wall. Desert optical illusion. How the heck do I get around this? At the very least, when I return, it'll make a really cool ramp, but... Operation Stormbreak is causing some weird effects, huh? .8 kilometers directly to my right. That would be pure north. Please seem in reality. Get shallow enough that I can go up you. This is a persistent seam in reality. What if it's telling me something like, hey, this is a point of danger. Do not proceed. Found a way through, though. A lot of effort just to go a few meters north. Probably should have just built a ramp. There's that highway segment. Don't see anything else in the desert to my left from here. The desert seems to have smoothed out a bit. At the very least, it was a high dune I was on, so I would have seen far. Okay, highway segments tend to have good stuff on them. They're pretty fancy, and they have, like, one or multiple vehicles. At least the two that I found before were pretty good. Let's see here. As expected, we have a wrecked car. Pretty poor condition. Pretty wide car. It's almost like a truck, but flatter, and no, like, room inside. Rover cockpits do not have much in the way of useful material. The interior inventory is just some coffee. Yeah, these are mostly just destroyed wrecks. The hydrogen tanks are practically destroyed. Hydrogen tanks empty. We don't have to worry about those. Wheel offsets, gyroscopes incomplete. Jeep tanks, Jeep battery. It's a Jeep. But more important to it being a Jeep is that it is also very destroyed. There's nothing for us here. I don't think. Even the gyroscopes near annihilated. Wheels do have one large steel tube in it. I'll definitely take it. Any large steel tube is good for us. 0. Nothing. Okay. Onto the highway itself. There's another vehicle up there, and hopefully that'll be a bit more valuable. Oh, it's one of those Casey Lang and Sons building trucks that have stuff in them. Cool. What's in this one? Cryopods. Okay. Not the kind of progress I was expecting today, but we take the medical components out of these and go back to the repair base. We'll be able to activate the cryopods there, possibly. And that means Thega will be able to log out without having to respawn every time. Nothing much else here. Bit of a disappointment in terms of... Wait a minute, I forgot my mission. We need to get rid of those wheels to take the tubes. How's this wheel looking? Empty? Okay. Got too excited about the cryopod that I forgot to steal the wheels. What am I doing? That's a solid 3 large steel tube right there. The rest of this is just steel. This is not what I need. Okay, well now we're going. I'll also disassemble this just so that there's one less grid in the world. Up we go. Off we ride. Gonna head like laterally back towards civilization. I'm about 10 kilometers out from Turbine House. Hopefully there will be a grid on this side of the mountain that we can find on the way. Yes, there is 5 kilometers towards that mountain, which is roughly north. This is taking me closer to the threat zone, but we'll make it work. Wait, shouldn't our reputation with the space pirates be incredible because of all of the salvaging we've been doing? What is our reputation with the space pirates? Okay, our reputation is in hostile, but it might be close to not being hostile. Grind down a bit more scrap, I think we may have positive relations in our future. I see something over there. Heading towards the plane. Oh wait, I see something over there as well. I think that's a train bridge component. But the thing to our right is so close, I may as well stop there first. As for what it is, I'm not sure. Is that a billboard? And then another thing, another kilometer out. This place is full of stuff. Yes, that is a bilious Bordeaux. A Billsworth bulldologist. Though it appears to mostly be empty. Possibly I've already been here. Weird to think if true. Okay, onto the train bridge. If I was here, it must have been a long time ago. Like stream 1 or 2. The pre-Cambrian era. That's only been a few weeks. Why do we have such a predisposition to rolling that way? Because of the weight distribution, I have the battery and cockpit on the right side. Is the gyroscope got overrides? No. This train bridge looks empty. There's nothing here. That's disappointing. And suspicious. Have I been here already as well? Something to the left. A lot of things over here. To the left, something to the right. I can visually see both of them. That's a tree. It's not an object. But that's an object. But that's not an object. But that is. We get signal. And that's... Oh no, something behind it as well. Okay, looks like another turbine house. Seems a bit more standard, what I would expect from a turbine house. A lot of turbine houses out here. Sure what to make of it. Turbine house comes free with outhouse included. Big door, big room, planter, lockers. Hydrogen bottle. You don't need a hydrogen bottle. Enhanced grinder. That's the first tool upgrade we've had in a while. I'm not sure if we want it because an enhanced grinder would make the difficulty of hacking batteries even harder. Meanwhile, there's nothing else here. We've become very picky with what we actually want to possess now, in terms of scrap metal. It's funny. In the early days, this would have been a slam dunk of value, but now, I barely want anything from it. Should have brought the Grindatron somehow. Make the Grindatron crane. If I should make a second truck that is just the Grindatron crane with a big inventory for scrap metal, and we just go about dismantling entire sectors. Oh, wait, that's a hemicircle. That's a hangar. That's the legendary hangar of legend. In my original test server of this, those had the good stuff. Those had the really, really good stuff. This could be good. Hemispherical hangar, provide to me your riches. Provide to me your secrets and truth. What great wonders do you have? Let's not go in guns blazing. see what's inside here. Appears to be some sort of Jeep. Large wheels and then some large grid structure with a storage room inside. Inside the storage room is... Oh! There's a turret. Okay, there's a turret. There's a hostile gun. That's gonna complicate things. Right here we have small conveyor. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. It shot me through the wall somehow. Okay. Stop it. Okay. No, no. Don't do it. Okay. Okay, it's offline. It's offline. I've taken it offline. We're safe for now. What's in these interior? Bed kit? Rifle? Magazines? Okay. What's you? Okay, these are the shelves. There's also a turret in there. The turret has been disabled. I think we're safe. What are you? Light armor half panel. Thank you, Lark. I did indeed do... You know when you're like, Okay, two examples. One, when you're playing TF2 as a demo knight, and you are destroying a sentry because you kind of like have to launch onto it and then run in circles hitting it with your sword. Alternatively, in PlanetSide 2, what I do when I hack an enemy turret by just sort of strafing it back and forth. Warfare battle! Thega. We've hit pay dirt. Large grid battery. It's real. This is what I've been waiting for. This shall power the Absentia. And these off-road wheels have so many large steel tubes in them. Okay, never mind. It only had a few. Still, though, we are much closer to getting one of the wheels completed. More atmospheric thruster frames. Conveyors inside of this. This is big. Power cells.
Inventory full.
So this is the interior turret. Can we make an interior turret? Yes. Okay, so we don't need this one.
Inventory full.
Oh, that's good. Did you put the beacon on it by any chance? Could we, like, communicate our position? Also, can you see my position? Is my beacon still on? Looks like it's still on. Okay. Alright, you know, this might be a decent... Oh, okay, there's technically nothing here. I just am really happy about the large battery and the hangar looks cool. I'm going to detach the hangar, or the battery, from the world. To the best of my ability. And then see if I can't get it onto the truck, bring it back to the Absentia. Looks like it's stuck a little bit. Oh. Easy, easy. There we go. It's a little heavy, but not prohibitively so. What are these noises I'm hearing? The ambiance got spooky. Like, not all of it feels natural. Some of it feels like artificial. It gives me this paranoia that I'm about to be attacked by a drone. Okay, so how heavy is this? Too heavy to lift straight up. We're gonna have to use the powers of mechanical advantage on this. Step 1 is build a ramp. Now, ideally, I would like this ramp to be a little shallower. Okay, now we just need to... That'd be enough? If we get it in contact with the truck bed, then we can just sort of rotate it over. It can flip. How's this mechanical advantage looking? Push from the bottom. Push forward, push up. Maybe do this by successive rotations. Looking good. Okay. Another rotation. Okay, we're aligned with the truck bed. Another rotation on board. We've hit a magnet. Very good. Is there anything else we want from here before we take this thing straight back home? I personally doubt it. Whatever hydrogen tanks might have been on this vehicle are long gone. Just conveyors and structural components. Oh, of course, we can take the atmospheric thrusters for more thruster. Do I see your beacon? Rescue port, playing with turbine house, repair base. No, I do not. Freedom. Can you see your beacon? Is broadcasting on the... Okay, so maybe it's just a matter of range. Can you increase the range on it? While you do that, I'm going to take a moment to... Too heavy? Too heavy? How built are these? Barely at all. Oh, another ramp for this, I guess. 4 kilometers north-northeast. Keep that in mind. I continue to not see your beacon. Let me check my settings for beacons. Okay, make sure toggle block's on, make sure show block in terminal. Okay, share block. Broadcast radius is at maximum. Name set. Yeah, there's nothing to it, it's just make sure it's on, make sure it has power. Make sure the broadcast range is maxed out. You can see mine. I can't see yours. I thought for a second was that maybe the planet curve, since I'm so far away, is actually obstructing it a little bit. Oh, I do not understand. Is it perhaps extreme hubris for me to be going even further to this next scrap site when I have such a precious payload on my truck? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Wait, maybe it's because my antenna is off. That was not it. Wait, unknown distress signal 8 kilometers out. Huh? What in the world? This could be really good or really bad. Yes, I do think you should. It's a bit of a drive. Like, I'm like 14 kilometers away. That makes sense. I found another scrap site nearby, so I will be delayed somewhat, so you'll have time to catch up. This is unnerving. Is this another highway component? Is it the same highway component? I don't think so. The fact that it just became night and the signal is new and scary and the legend of your previous annihilation at the hands of the space pirates, it makes me scared. Oh, this thing dropped a lot of scrap on the ground. Flipped over, dumped its cargo. This was like a garbage truck. Sheesh. I guess if you wanted the foundation for a car, this would be a pretty good option. Not a very big car, mind you. What's all this? Scrap. Is there any use for us to get scrap? Like, we can't recycle it. We don't have the means to recycle it. Aside from being a very hilarious form of environmental storytelling, I don't think it helps us. More importantly, I think the real treasure to be found here is the truck itself, flipped over. Quite artfully. See if we can't get it right side up again. That worked. Much better than I expected. So, truck, how you doing? What's your story? What's your status? Your status is you have no chairs with which to control you. How about your internals? Well, you have a hydrogen engine. It is effectively non-functional. Your wheels have eroded to the point of having basically no large-scale tubes within them. Fortunate for my purposes. Well, on one hand, Thega, that's unfortunate. On the other, that is exactly why you put that bumper there. One could argue that everything worked beautifully. There are small hydrogen tanks here. On the other side as well. I don't know if you can see the distress signal where you are. For me, it's about 5 kilometers out. A distance which I think is safe for me. Okay. I guess I just got very close, conveniently. I wonder when I'll start seeing your beacon, if ever. All they're missing is computer and small steel tube. I can provide them. Oh, we're out of computers. That's okay. I can look at these one at a time. Empty. 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 Well, we're not missing out on anything then. How far out are you right now, Thega? Cargo's full. Medical components are killer for volume. 6 kilometers away. Okay. Goes there. Put these in here, I guess. Everything else can stay frontwards. Inventory is still full. I have an idea. I have an idea. This is perhaps the best option for us in terms of safety for what's about to happen. Do not care at all for fanciness. I agree. I agree. No. It doesn't matter. Just okay. There. Figure, do not approach the signal. It flickers in and out. Just head towards me. I see your beacon. You appear to have named it Hydrogen Engine 2? Okay, so I'm gonna be keeping the my truck here with this survival kit installed so that if we go over there in your truck and it is absolute like death zone. Oh, you're right. Weird. Why is that what I'm seeing? Hold on, you got a little bit of a fender bender over here. Let me just tighten up those welds. Makes it look like you may have rolled over slightly at some point. I like this enclosure for the battery. It looks very secure. Like the structural supports on the side. Ah, okay. Vroom Vroom 2. Good to know. Why is the hydrogen engine there then? Huh. Vroom. Short terminal, short toolbar. Oh, it's because it says show on HUD. Gotcha. Turn that off. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to leave Rescue Corps 1 here, and we're going to go in Vroom Vroom to the site, just in case everything goes catastrophically wrong. I'll get the materials for a chair. Oh. Inventory. There we go. Just open up room for me to put in a passenger seat? If yes, thank you. Okay. To the signal. 5 kilometers northwest. This is exciting. This is also really scary. Oh. The signal go. There it is. Cool. Got a slippery truck. Hmm. Kilometers out. There's a mountain here. I don't know if we're gonna have a straight line to it. Ooh. Some object to the left? That's a rock. Never mind. Maybe stop here. I don't want to enter into its line of sight too quickly. Getting out. I want to see what we're dealing with. Okay, it's safer to go over another hill if you want to drive over. The truck close for an emergency getaway if necessary, but not so close that it's in danger of being shot at by a hostile threat. What is that? Oh, man. Okay. It's an entire ship. Okay, so ships like this typically have gun turrets surrounded on all sides, so at any point we need to clear the area, make sure it's safe to proceed. There's a corpse in here. With a data chip in it. Let the ship crash. The people are okay, and they're the ones that matter. Interesting. So... okay. Bathrooms here. Crew quarters of some kind, perhaps. I think there's a battery embedded in the ground here. We could take that for the Absentia. Console module. Have controls. No. I don't know. Whatever it was, they had enough time to get the crew to safety and choose to let the ship crash. This hatch door is half open. We want to go deeper. The ship is half buried. It must have crashed a long time ago. That's going to take forever to get through. Might want to just go around it somehow. That's the battery I'm talking about. I want that for the Absentia, no doubt. Okay. A lot of welders, grinders, and hand drills in here. This must be crew, armory, supplies. Unclaimed blocks will despawn it. Okay, we have 2 hours to take control of this thing. Wait a minute. Access denied. Access denied. If we can hack this battery now, we can take control of the ship, I think. What black smoke? Oh, probably a damaged part, possibly the door. Yeah, I think it was the door. Okay, I'm gonna try and hack the battery. That'll give us a terminal and we can control the ship from there. Maybe. Oh! Careful. I broke a power cell, so unfortunately we cannot hack that. Wait. Cargo container. Access denied. I could take this. Claim grid. Claiming this grid will transfer all of its PCU to you and prevent it from despawning. Blocks will still need to be hacked to gain ownership. Okay. We have the vessel, technically. It won't despawn anymore. Which is good. I can also figure out what... Whoa! Okay. Just this cargo container, we're rich. 120 solar cells. We can build every single one of our solar panels. In addition, we have radio communication components, 4 prototech panels, another data pad, which I will read now. Tracing. Figure out where this came from. It's valuable, but knowing how it's made, that's the real prize. Probably referring to the prototech panel. There's also a bunch of girders in here. Okay, the ship can be made ours. Like, obviously, we still need to hack all of the parts to make it ours truly, but... Okay, I'm gonna head deeper into the ship. There's a part of the ship in the back that's above ground but hollow. Just parts. Viewport. Must be a window. I think I'm in where an engine would have been. Ow. Yeah, these look like engine bays. Crashed head first. What are you? Large industrial cargo container. I'm very much of the opinion that this ship is very much beyond saving, but the materials inside are probably going to be very good. What was that about, door? Oh, door. There we go. Cargo container. Large industrial. Intact as well. Uranium, explosives, iron, gold, scrap metal, thruster components. I'm actually going to use the parts here to rebuild the one to the right.
Full.
This was a cargo vessel. With a sizable crew, at least. Okay, this one's empty. I don't know if that makes it more or less compelling. What's further down? Another industrial, magnesium, more explosive, silver. Curved conveyor tube, conveyor junction. Passage of some kind. This must be the bridge. Oh, massive beacon. That must be what was doing the distress signal. Okay, buttons have not been configured, it doesn't seem. Yeah, they don't do anything right now. It's an access. Beacon, access denied, HUD text distress signal, okay. So this is what's broadcasting the distress signal. Or what was.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Wait, there are thrusters still? Thrust. Oh, yeah, a lot of ion thrusters. Decoys, cryo chambers. An antenna. And then the accidentally destroyed warfare battery. Is there any other batteries in this thing? No. Okay, so the distress beacon turned off because I ground the battery too far. Oh. Yeah. So there are 3 gigantic containers on this ship. Seems like it would have taken 4, but this one's been completely destroyed. Let's organize a little bit. Move these to the inventory over here. This one's full. This one's empty. I fell off the ship, as you did, I suppose. Gonna require a bit of logistics, I would say, but I think big deal would be the salvage operation here. We can't use the ship. The ship is half buried in the ground and barely functional. This is going to be a shipbreaking operation, and I think the first big component that we can bring about for ourselves is one of these giant heck-off cargo containers and the battery. Now, I've emptied this cargo container, so I'm going to grind it down, not to destruction, but just so I have all the parts. And move them over to this other empty massive cargo container. So that it can be built. From this, I am now going to detach it. Successful. It's now slowly sliding out. Conveyor junction. There's a refinery here. Wait, there's a refinery here. Is there an assembler board? Okay, the big heck-off cargo container has been detached. And is in threat of rolling down the hill. So, I'm gonna drag it around to the other side. Thing is obscenely big. What's its storage capacity? For a small on a large grid, it's like 421,000. Thank you. Can I have a little help with this cargo container? It's heavy and in danger of sliding. Thank you. Alright, this should be level enough ground. Alright, it's stable. How's excavating the battery going? Now, you may want to be doing right-click drilling, just for volume. Oh! Man, that spooks me. Oh! Every time that happens, it's extremely scary. Ah! I guess we're accidentally destroying the structural components around the battery. Okay, do we think that the battery is sufficiently separated from the things around it? No, there's the, control panel here.
Inventory full.
It has not fallen. Okay, let's, validate this. What? Oh, no! I'm not even sure what happened, but it's gone. Okay, excavating stuff from out of the ground is a risky endeavor, huh?
Inventory full.
Dumb heckin' bit of nothing. Okay, that was a failure. That's okay. Broadcast controller, that's fine, that's fine. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. It's okay, we have the other battery we just got from the hangar, so, like, we haven't lost the functionality, it's just annoying. Okay, at the very least for now, I elect we... How do we do this? Okay. I think we take a look around, see if we can find as many large steel tubes as we can, ransack them off of this, and then we gotta drive back to my truck bring it over here, pick up the cargo container, and then drive back. Ow. Before we go back, I want one more look at the ship's interface. I want to see the full list of everything attached to this vessel, because it said refinery. Refinery, sliding door, small cargo container. There's a small cargo container somewhere. Inset bed, cryo chamber, control seat, console block, broadcast controller, beacon. We don't need... Oh, here's the cryo chamber. 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to set GPS to this location. Leave it at that. I'm going to take apart the beacon for its large steel tube.
Full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
I'm real tired of this nonsense.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
You know, I get the weirdest
Inventory
impression
full.
that my inventory is at some sort of
Inventory
maximum
full.
capacity. Have you pressed L?
Inventory full. 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 Inventory full.
I accidentally
Inventory
destroyed the entire
full.
thing.
Inventory full.
This is fine. We have huge cargo containers.
Inventory full.
We'll use them as storage, like they're supposed to be used for.
Inventory full.
RIP gigantic beacon, though.
Inventory full.
Okay, all that accounted for. That's fine. Leave everything else here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Gravity components, okay. Okay, Sega for now. Let's just do a little bit of a... Let's go back to my truck. We'll bring it over here. It has more cargo space. We'll start hauling things out. Man. Wild find, huh? Shame about the battery. That would have been really useful. But just scrapping it for parts will also provide value. Nice flip. Do you have a thruster on this thing somewhere? Guess not. It was making the noise like it did. Hence my confusion. Okay. So we have two... How in the world are we going to make space for this star? Yeah, I think the battery is best if we just leave it there. Move these up forward. Survival kit can be detached.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Right on board, towards the front as well. Okay, and then we just put the cargo container like awkwardly on the right side. Okay. Back to the site. I figure you appear stationary for some reason. Well, not anymore. So my plan right now is to put the Giganto cargo container on this truck and then disassemble some parts of the ship and put them in the giant cargo container as storage, and then bring the whole truck assembly and all back to the Absentia. How am I gonna get over this hill? Guess I'll take the long way. You've made a really good truck, Thega. It's good for speed, relatively safe despite the major air it gets. Really good scout vehicle. Whereas my truck is more of like a cargo platform first and a vehicle second. Maybe there'd be a value if we're like so spread out like this to make a sort of streamlined, high speed, not so heavy cargo hauler as sort of like a base runner. Condolences. Steady up the hill. You know, I don't think this truck has the ability to go up this hill. It's too steep. Go around some other way. Also, hello. Suppose this is a cliffside. This is the Stradius scenario. Scrapyard mod. We've just found a massive crashed ship and failed to recover the battery on board. So we're gonna recover the cargo container instead. Up on the other hill is Thega, who has joined me for some reason. Oh, boulder. Well, you're about to. In approximately 20 seconds, when I get over this dang hill. And there it is. The primary anomaly. I also enjoy it a lot. Okay. Truck is in position. Let's get this cargo block aboard. Other side. Thank goodness it's movable while empty. It's not going to be that tough. The bigger threat is going to be when I fill it up with the rest of the ship and try and drive back home. Okay, let's Rotate. Rotate is fail. Lift rotate. Yes, lift rotate. It's actually getting to a point where the problem is that I'm too small to rotate this at like a recommendable angle. Alright. Vega, are you nearby? Are you still on the other hill repairing your truck? Okay, so I mean that's progress at least. Okay. Now all I want is to just like move this down, but I don't think I have the leverage anymore. Climb up here. It's rolling back, it's rolling back. Tilt, tilt, tilt. That's leverage. Oh, you're right. We should distribute the weight. Where's my steel? There's my steel. Okay, that's weight. That's more weight. I missed. Wait, that's weight. Okay, that's leverage. Rotate it down. I think it's getting stuck on the warfare battery. Let it slide. Pull from here. Oh, we need more leverage. It's gonna fit, Lark. We can do it. Okay, now I need the leverage. Thank you, Thega, for your support. Oh, I think it's now too big to be legally, like, grabbed. We gotta remove some of these blocks. It's the cutoff. Three. Okay. We're gonna have to do it like this. Thega, if you can give some rotational... It's not magneted yet. It's just laying there. Just push it with the truck already. Just to rotate a little more. Ah! It hit something. Uh-oh. It would appear that the large cargo container has taken a significant amount of damage, or it was just never fully built. I don't think that's likely, though. I think you've damaged it. I guess all this. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, let's not do that again. Given everything I've detected from logic and reasoning, I would say that this was a mistake. Ugh, okay. New approach. I'm gonna build a ramp. I'm just gonna try and slide it up that ramp. Use the power of classic mechanical wedge advantage. I'm stuck. Back. Stop rolling! Okay. Careful. There. Now we just glide it this way. We have connection. It's awkward, but it works. Okay, this is gonna be an absolute pain to drive back. Well, first order of business is we need to repair the cargo container. I don't want it blowing up mid-journey. You're not gonna help us. These have to go out. This is a tricky puzzle. Tricky puzzle indeed. Step one, let's just see what we have to repair it with on hand. That's an improvement. More. Okay. We need a lot of metal grid and small steel tube. Any in here? No. I think we have no choice. I think we need to decommission this cargo container for now.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
All that. All that.
Inventory full.
That might be enough.
Inventory full.
A little more grid. Thega, how's repairing your wheel going? Understandable. Okay. Now we just put everything we can in that container. Ice! Wait. Ice. That could be our out. We won't even have to go to the North Pole. We have ice. 11,000 ice. That could be enough. I think if we get this cargo back to base, the Absentia, we might just win. We were this close. I didn't expect... I mean, who expects to find a crashed ship? Not many people, I would say. Oh. Heavy armor. That's great. Might be able to rebuild this. Heavy armor slope. Heavy armor. Yeah, this thing is full of metal grid. We're rich. Hearing a lot of clanking from your neck of the woods, Sega. How's that? What's your status? Okay, so the grids are great. It means all of our thrusters can be put into work. Oops.
Inventory full.
Hey, free tubes. Congratulations on repairing the axle. I think this was the wrong cargo thing to repair. I want to repair this one. Okay, focus. Figure out exactly what we need. Construction components, small steel tube, construction components, other things. But at this point, I know that this is the extent of our inventory. Wait, it's not. We have the medium cargo container. Some stuff out of that, thank you. Perfect. Now we can take out what's in here. Like, these, I guess. What's the components? We don't have much for ions right now because we're stuck in atmosphere. What's your problem? What do you mean there's no longer an engine? Yeah, I'm noticing a distinct lack of engine here. But that's alright though, yeah? Because you have the battery. And we have spare engines back at base. Light armor blocks over here. There's more interior objects. Broadcast controllers. A lot of computer, I guess. Okay, I'm going to take a few more handfuls of large grid from the heavier blocks around. But then I'm mostly intent to just go back to base with as much ice as I can hold and as many large steel tubes. Because we could theoretically launch into space with the bare minimum nonsense. It's just, we've also worked so hard to build the Absentia out of scrap metal that I kind of want to still finish it. A little disoriented. More ice. This is gonna be enough. This is enough hydrogen. Vega, we're gonna have enough hydrogen. Put the O2H2 generator onto the tank. Put a thruster on that tank, and we can go. We can get the space off of that. Huh. I think I've accidentally opened up some sort of Discord overlay. It's not showing up on the screen, but it's real. Odd. That's not important right now. What's important right now is that space is within reach. Actually, I think the big problem will be oxygen. We found an oxygen tank once, but it exploded. No one's fault. No one's fault. Not putting blame anywhere. It's just it did explode. There's also a refinery on board this ship. Unfortunately, there's no assembler to go along with it, so we can't make use of it. The ship also makes reference to having multiple ion thrusters, but I have not yet seen them. I'm glad it's daylight, though. I have to imagine this is/was the front of the ship. Heavy armor here. No grid installed. No grid installed. Light armor. I'll get on top of the ship. So then let's build a ramp. No need. Big parabolic antenna. There's a cargo container we've been working on for the past while. Big tube. You're a legally walkable space. Large ion thruster with so many large steel tube. My two desires. Victory via traversal to space, and the reconstruction, or well, the first original construction of the Absentia. Both seem close. I'm going to grind down that thruster a little bit for the express purpose of taking the tubes from it. Oh. Close. Oh. Closer. Oh. Success. As far as the ship design itself is very interesting. I like it. Passage, T-junction, enhanced welder. I fell. Still should have access to the thruster somehow. In here? Darn gravity. Make things vaguely more inconvenient for me. There we are. Thruster components, don't care about.
Inventory
It's
full.
the tubes I'm here for. Little bridge so I can get back on. It's a wheel on its own. We needed about 120. So how many do we have? $47. I bet there's more ion thrusters on the ship somewhere. In fact, it might not just be one ion thruster there, but a cluster of thruster. A thruster cluster, if you will. We can get to the others. There we are.
Inventory full.
Hmm.
Inventory full.
Don't care too much about that. Where's the thruster I was grinding earlier? Is that it? What is this? Oh, this is a timer block of some description.
Inventory full.
Idea. Take those out. Take those out. Take these out.
Inventory full.
Pick those up. Put them in here. Oh, no tube. Put them in there. Keep those tubes there. We walk back to... A little hazy weather, huh? We walk back to this one.
Inventory full.
Fill up inventory. Yeah, there's like a fog mist coming in. Put those in. We transfer the thruster components over so that I can get to the steel tubes.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Getting about 100 per.
Inventory full.
Alright, we started taking some tubes along for the ride. In that case, drop those. Put that in. It is now Tube City.
Inventory full.
Great. This passage is interfering with my ability to walk. I'm lost. This is another ion thruster. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. The cargo. Yes. Cargo. How many tubes do I have? 29. We'll be able to do the other in one single trip. Good. All is well. Take those. They're at 0. That's that ion thruster extracted of value we may leave. Diggy, see anything else of value you want to take before we head out? I understand you don't really have much inventory. Okay. In that case, I think we leave. Pretty good salvage. There's more to take later if we want to. But with this, I think we are much, much closer to victory. Possibly at it. Okay, here's the question. How good at driving is this thing? Okay, it's sluggish. Our center of mass is probably off the side. I've accidentally hit your truck with the cargo container just because of how big it is. You okay? Cargo container's okay. I don't think I hit anything critical. It's just steel. I'm sorry. Look, at this point, you might want to just hold off until we get back to base. Oh, the chair's gone. I blew up the chair. It's fine. We don't need it. Whoa! Well, that was close. You got a water tank? Oh, this is the water tank? Probably the beacon. Not the beacon. It is not your chair. Oh, I think it's the hydrogen tank. It's little damage. Oh, where I fixed it. Okay, I'm gonna leave before I do any more damage. I'm gonna start making progress back to the Absentia. We got about 15 kilometers to go. Possibly even 20. But like for all of the inconveniences and setbacks we've had on this mission, the ultimate conclusion is good. We have acquired a large grid battery for the Absentia, the ultimate storage solution, and ice. I am struggling to get up this hill. I got up this hill. And it's a beautiful day out. I think the rest of the next half hour or so is just going to be the careful traversal back to base. Which is fine. It's necessary. It's important, but it is also the only thing that's going to be happening. I think it's already 2 kilometers away. You can keep going. You're fast enough that if there's trouble, you can get back here in good time. You do whatever you think you can. Scout out some signals on your way back for later. Get back to base and start repairing your truck. Use some of the components there to make it even better as I struggle here. Okay. Okay, you know, have you ever seen those trains that are on mountains? The tracks don't go straight up the mountain. They go around the side and they sort of zigzag back and forth at a lower grade so that the train can actually make it. That's kind of what we have to do here. We'll just zigzag down the side of the mountain. We can make it to a lower altitude. I think we should be home clear because it's open field for quite a bit. Just dry lake bed. Oh, congratulations. Describe this to me. I'm not liking the grade of this slope. I might have. If it's green, probably. 3 sheds. Maybe I should up the torque and lower the max speed just for this hill part. Okay. I think we're clear. Because I can make it over there, which is how I got through the mountain channel in the first place. Okay, we're through. I think the hard part is over. And now for the long hard part. Spoke too soon. Okay, open plains. We're good for a while. And oh, great. Was there a container there for you to use? That's good. I don't tend to put much stock in them considering their inventory space is so small. But if they're useful for like a dedicated transport vehicle like yours, then probably good. Wait, what? You found a large grid cargo container. That's... Well, I would say it's a big deal if we didn't have this large grid, large cargo container. Wait, what? Okay, I'm increasingly confused. Well, good news is I've made it to your location so I can see for myself what the heck you're talking about. I see the electrical power transmission pylon. Alright, so what's this thing you're talking about here? Oh, it's the little freight boxes, yeah. I understand now. My condolences. What's in these other buildings? Little bear belt. These things. Also, just for reference, I have not been here. Lab equipment. These are good for computers, right? Motor? Yeah, they are. Good enough for me. Okay, back to heading towards Turbine House. Don't forget to check the trash, the garbage box outside. Those sometimes have good stuff in them. Okay, Turbine House 15 kilometers away. I guess that means we're about 25% of the way there. But the path will become a bit more questionable once we hit the mountain. Maybe we should preempt it by turning right. Or we keep left and go around to where the plane is. Scrap signal 4 kilometers towards northeast. Sorry. Southwest. Wait, really? Nice. How badly do we need the oxygen tank? Do? Is it necessary? Can I just use the O2H2 generator to continually refill my air? Might be enough. And the oxygen lasts a while, I would say. We don't have an oxygen bottle, but we have an inherent volume capacity in the suit. Pretty good speed, 30 to 40 meters per second range. Provided we're going downhill. Could get there in maybe 10 minutes. You found a gun! Congrats. Good work. I have a 7-kilometer head start, but I still think you're going to get to base before I do. That's just the nature of your truck. Built for speed. Built for jumps. Coincidentally, I'm heading towards the plane I mentioned earlier to you. Then again, I'm heading towards everything I ever knew before this excursion, so maybe that's not a surprise. More accurately, I'm going to pass the plane before I get to Turbine House. So I can show you where it is. Hundred meters per second. You are triple my speed. I think that's actually the max speed you can reach in the game. Like, that's the part where the game starts being like, okay, we're capping your speed and making physics look weird. I hear they tripled that max speed in Space Engineers 2 or so. So that's exciting. Okay, Thega, for your navigational interest, I can declare that I am at the plane. The truck is standing right next to it. That's what I thought, 300. So that is triple. Vega, just officially, I am next to the plane. If you want to go see the plane, this is where you would go. You're 5 kilometers away in closing. I don't have to stop for you, you're already here. I can't see it yet, but like one more hill and I can probably see you over the horizon. What? Oh no! Man, who knew? Tortoise in the Hare was so right. They were so right about how this goes down. You are triple my speed and I can win because I'm slow and steady. I hear Shelf Warehouse as well. I do like the 20 meters per second safe speed system in SE2. It seems like it's a nice sort of concession that there are two types of thrusting. There's like traversal thrusting to go from one location to another where you want to just be max speed for speed purposes. That was a scary jump. And then there's like operational movement, which is you're manipulating things around your base or whatever. So it's nice to know that you can just sort of have that confidence in a lower speed. Like, it is very explicit. And it's manually capped for you, so you can just do it. Alright, there's Turbine House. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't think we need to do everything that we're planning on doing immediately. I want to see if we have enough large tubes for the wheels of the Essentia. And then we'll check the everything else. Or even just one wheel so I can check the power draw, even though that's not an issue anymore because we have a large battery, large grid battery. Gaining distance on the Vroom Vroom 2. There it is. I should have brought the cryopods, the Absentia. Well, I can just connect our small grid to it. Okay. We are here. Unlock. Cargo container, why are you smoking? Oh. Uh-oh. Let's just move the truck out of the way for a second. Just give it room to settle. Whatever. If I were to kick off the truck, we have battery. We do need to repair this though. We should have everything we need for this, the Absentia. Doesn't need any of the grids or anything, so we're not in some weird paradoxical loop where the things we need to repair it are inside its inventory itself. We have these. Cannot withdraw 8 computers. That is not catastrophic. 8 computers. Do I have 8 computers? 4 computers. I need 4 more. None. This is not a problem. Surely we can find computers. You know what? Because it doesn't matter, I'm going to remove them from the cockpit. It's temporary. There are computers inside the large cargo container. Take the computers out of this, put them in that, and then we can repair both. Open up. Give me that. Very good. Now, we tend to the Absentia. I am confident we have enough tubes to build 3 of its wheels, not the 4th. Maybe the 4th. I'm just not confident about it. Thega, how catastrophic is your current situation? Like, do you need me to mount a rescue, or will you be fine? And if you need a rescue, what would you like from me? Oh, you're here. Okay. Great. Oh, wait, are you just limping all the way? You're doing wheelies back to base. Oh, no. Nice ingenuity. It's good to see that your vehicle is actually durable enough to pull off a stunt like that. I think we have enough tubes. The one objective I had for today, accomplished with flying colors. Plus extra. My deepest condolences. I wish you the best in your going to sleep, I assume. I will test the Absentia and maybe do some hydrogen shenanigans. I know you're not here for it, and I feel like you should be here for it, but if things go... Yeah, no. If I succeed here, I'll do the big launch into space test tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow's stream. It's not often I do it tomorrow's stream, but I'll do it tomorrow's stream. Okay, first off, we're testing my original device. It works. Works. With about 1 hour of stored charge, the Absentia is mobile. It lives. Okay, now, before we do anything too fancy, I want to make sure this thing is as operational as physically possible. Power storage has been solved once and for all thanks to the battery we just got on our mission. So that's a win. How we're going to get aboard, would have preferred if they was here to help lift it, but we'll manage. Power production, however, must still use the flipshot method we have currently. But with all of the solar cells we've taken from the cargo of that spaceship, we can now put so many more solar panels into operation that I think we can make it work. Other concerns I have is that the Absentia being large grid, we have not found any large grid gyros, so we can't really control the orientation of it. We also can't do the same method for power that we're doing for gyro actuator control, because I'm pretty sure it's restricted to the ship itself and not to things connected to it. In all technical forms, the solar panels is a separate ship that's just sharing power. And I don't know if you can share control authority in the same way. So, do we have enough mechanical advantage to get it up here? I don't know. It's not looking good. Yeah, okay. This is not a shallow enough grade to do this. But, you know, that's okay. First order of business also would be to actually hack it. Oh. $78. That's fine. We have enough spare power cells. I need to build that. This is ours. Never mind. There we go. That's okay. It was out there. It's still there. Okay, so, for this grade, I think we're just going to need to use a shallower incline. So let's just go and get the light armor slope ready to go. Want this so that once I remove it, it won't completely disintegrate. We start building the new slope. Okay. That's fine, because we still have space to see it. Using all of my knowledge of mechanical advantage, which is like 3 knowledge. Make this work. As close as we can get to solid ground. Moment of truth. If this doesn't work, we're going to have to do something a lot more complicated. The battery is at least very okay with rotating. Oh, the heck. Oh. Potential. Nope. It's unstable. But it will rotate. That just spun the thing. This is not how I was hoping it would go. But it is going. We have the method. Okay, it's up. It's on the lower platform. I have no interest in actually getting it up to the surface. We don't need it there. I'm just gonna attach it somewhere in here. Provided it ever moves again. Oh, don't tell me it's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, we're gonna need to rip up a lot of the floor to get it into a proper location. Let's just put it here-ish. Just like, theoretically, like it's providing wheel drive to the wheels. we can just pretend. Okay, whatever. Okay. So, for attachment, let's say merge block on top. On you, like on you. Go to storage, see what we can get. Of course, the computers are the problem. And more tube. Should be some in the large grid container. Three. We can get 3. We can definitely get 3. There's like 1 in each of these. Thank goodness for our hydrogen tank supply. Oh. Well, all right then.
Energy
Okay.
low.
Get this in the position. We're good. Okay. Just fill back in the floor with light armor for the time being. It's the point across. I just don't want to deal with having enough steel to fill in the floor right now, so it's just gonna be the frame. Back here. Ah, we have basically quadrupled our voltage. Well, our capacity at least. Point is, the Absentia is now good to go. It's only parking released. Like 5%. I want this to be slow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think next we officially cut this thing loose. Okay. Sentia? How goes you? Maybe 2% works. Too little. But 20. Oh ho. Hey, 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 hey. It moves. Not very fast, but it's a giant platform. It's not its fault. Now, I think suspension strength could be better. I think 15. Good. We can very easily manipulate height offset to whatever we need it to be in order to have the cargo bay load in. Which is good, because otherwise we'd be stuck on or off the thing. Next step, I think, is to get more solar panels for the power situation. Unfortunately, we have everything we need to make that happen. We have 3 unconstructed solar panels. Let's say we only use 2 of them. I want to keep it an even number for some reason. That. Missing the girders and bulletproof glass, but I think that stuff's on the Absentia itself. So we're fine. So with this, take them up the Absentia now. And I think I'll just slap them onto the already existing system. Like, build out some blocks on this side and just glue it on. You're right, I'll check the inventory of my ship. Again. Oh. No, okay. That's fine. They're on the Absentia. Oh, the connector, right. Ooh. That was a little bit. Oh, there were steel tubes back here, huh? Oops. Look at that tread. I forgot to actually bring the other one up here. Maybe we just go all out with the solar panels. Don't be picky. Just make sure the Absentia has all the power it needs. Yeah, I will take all 5 up here. Now that I'm thinking about it, we could make the like this solar block, also part of the ship, the space. We cut these off, make this a little taller, put the tank under it, solar panels on top, cockpit on top of that in the center. We make like a flower shape. That could work. Solar cells, solar cells. We have plenty. We do. 108. Now it's just finding the solar panel frames. Good. So... I'm trying to get stylistic with this in a way. This may be unnecessary, but I am gonna put some style into this. This over. For convenience, I want the block side on top. And for consistency, I want the indicator panels on the same side. Okay. Now I am going to separate these. Flip these over. This will be the core. This will need to be flipped over for what I'm doing. There. Good there. Now some of these are redundant. That's okay. The trick is actually to put these on sideways. Now these parts will be in the absentia. Clean and efficient. Stop, let's do this one. You're starting to see the structure come together, huh? No need to have that there immediately. We can just put it back. Stop that with that. Connected. And finally, don't like when that happens. Best way to do this, I would say, is just remove these corner bits for now. I'll put them back. One side, the other side. Get ready for the connection. Good. Stability, I will fill all of this in.
Energy low.
Okay, there is our solar segment. Very good. Now it's simply a matter of putting that on that. Which should be fine, especially if we flip it over. Like so. And this connector access is temporary. Once it goes into rocket mode, it'll probably be moved elsewhere. Best way to rotate it, I think, would be along that angle. Oh. Good. Gently. Okay. Rotate propeller one. Slide it on over. Connector. Oh. We're good. Let's do some connector stuff. I'll use that for parking. All right.
Energy critical.
Absentia has power. Take it for a spin. Oh. It looks like our ground clearance is not enough. Let's get the suspension to max height. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's try that again. Suspension strength could also be tuned. We're kind of just loading. Be 10%. Makes us struggle over hills again, but I think it'd be worth to actually get ground grip consistently. Might have to keep tweaking it as we add more to the hull. It'll get heavier over time. $300 tons. Actually not that much in the grand scheme of things. Actually, let's modify the suspension while we're in this configuration. I accidentally messed with the power instead. Wheel suspension. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to deal with poor wheel suspension for the time being. I'd rather it be too stiff than too loose, given the situation we're in. That, I'm thinking we up the friction quite a bit. It is all-wheel drive. Should be. Yeah, it's all-wheel drive right now. We're gonna need to add lights to this thing. Like, all over. Just big old lights. Cool. What else? What else? I'm gonna maybe replace these with like flatter panels underneath, so that the top bed is higher, but this is still floor. What's that called? Panel? Yeah. Alright, we need a reliable way to get back onto this thing. The answer might just be ladders or something. For now, at least, we can always just make a onboard ramp. That burning O2H2 generator is really funny. In the midst of the dark, we have a little dumpster fire. It's really funny. We're not using this right now. So here's the hydrogen thrusters we have so far. One massive one and 4 small ones. I prefer to have 2 additional, so we could have 1 facing against gravity and then 4 for like lateral thrust. And then we just won't have the ability to turn backwards. I agree. It's basically like all we need for the rocket. Tomorrow I'm probably going to stream Space Engineers again, and in that stream we'll build the rocket and go to space and hope it works. To an extent, going to space is the victory condition here, so that would be a win. I don't know what we'll do with the half-built Absentia. Maybe we just declare victory on the fact that it can move. It can do stuff. But I'd like to maybe pack stuff in. I don't know. That's the problem with an ambiguous self-imposed goal. No one else to tell you what is and is not the victory condition. Another possibility is that we take the solar platform and give it hydrogen or atmospheric thrusters. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Wait, I think we have 10. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see. I see the vision. We have 10. 4 down, 1 in each alternate direction. That's only 8. The fighter plane. The fighter. You know what? Let's get the fighter plane. Let's just bring it over, because I want you to see it. I want you to understand. I can't see a dang thing. Because if I recall, this fighter plane did have an engine. I think it was a massive atmospheric thruster. Turn the magnet data back on. With all the metal grids we got from the... Whoa! Wait a minute, thing. Is this your wheel? Is this your hole in the ground? I'm gonna recycle these. I figure that's the other wheel. Oh, 8 kilometers away, okay. Oh, this must just be the facility next to our base. Dark and sandstorm. A terrible combination. It does, it does. Very atmospheric, in that the atmosphere is trying to kill me. Getting really disoriented with these hills. I have no visibility. And this is the sheer cliff. Okay, we saved it. Okay, I think maybe the sandstorm's lightening up a bit. Okay, we can see again. Okay. So here is the plane. In the center of these three electrical pylons holds the secret truth of the world. The power of flight. And fight. Here's the plane. As you can see, by its everything, it looks like a plane. Back here, yep, the sci-fi large atmospheric thruster. Gonna weld it up a little bit just so it has some structural stability. Exhaust out the back, ailerons. Now this obviously won't work like a plane, except in the sense that it looks like a plane. But like, you get the idea. I think best way for us to transport this is the old hinge trick. Let's do the old hinge trick. Steel plate to do the old hinge trick. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Truck, you good? Why are you moving? What is going on? Odd. Anyway, back to the plan. Hinge, 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 hinge. Whoa. Just doing wheelies. I'm suddenly very concerned we won't have the materials to build a hinge. We don't have the materials to build a hinge. I might just get rid of the crane rotor base. Should have all the materials we need, and it's not doing anything else for us.
Inventory full.
Careful. I think Clang has opinions with me. How are we down a motor? I did not expect us to be down a motor. Where's a spare motor? The connector? Guess everything out, put it in the other one. I suppose I could also take it off of the plane somewhere, but I don't want to be disassembling the plane. The motor. There's our gear. Okay. Manipulate the truck to, let's say, the front of the plane. Sort of pick it up by the nose. Have we made contact? No. We've made contact. Okay. Hinge. Or torque. Okay. We have plane. We can now return. I'm a little concerned that we might tip over backwards. Center of mass is very, very, very suspect. I think I'm going to divert left towards the valley. Use that for an easier path home. And by valley, I mean the dry lake bed. I call it a valley because it's sort of like flat and easy terrain in a more metaphorical sense. hill. Go around the hill. I don't know. I don't really acknowledge them that much. Like, oftentimes, if I just want to not have HUD indicators at all, I just turn the HUD off entirely, so... It's already a toggle in its own right. And sometimes my brain just blanks and I do forget the input. Bring it in. Put it by large go. Okay. Now for hinge, let's take that velocity back. Degree should be enough. Okay, before I put this thing down once and for all, we can't get something working on it. Fighter cockpit reel. So close. It's always the computers. That's what breaks us. You got computers in the truck? Where is your... Oh, there it is. Of course, we've got the beacon telling me exactly where your truck is at all times. Oh, we have more solar panels than I remembered. Okay. Inventory in here. 1. You may have more inventory spots, though. No, that was it. Okay. Darn. 5 in the survival kit. We're not using this survival kit. Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's in your inventory. As we speak, that's fine. That's fine. I'll simply deconstruct the buggy truck thing a little bit. Get the computers out of that. Put in the fighter, because this is temporary arrangement. You're gone. You don't exist anymore. Attack this. Okay, what do we got? Control panel. Let's see here. Engines and thrusters. That's just that one. Auto cannons, camera, exhaust, gyros, one hydrogen engine operational. Hydrogen thruster. Oh, I guess that's the afterburner. A lot of batteries, a lot of cargo. Interesting. There's the interior. Grid is unfriendly. Oh no, this is not an afterburner. This is like a... This is a missile. This is metaphorically a missile. Well, in that case, I'm going to be taking that, please. That's another hydrogen thruster for our rocket. Puts us to a grand total of 1 large, 3 small, which is not ideal. I would like 1 more small for full lateral control, but we can do without. Ah, that makes sense. The afterburner. Well, it doesn't seem like it was actually connected to any hydrogen support, so it would not have worked. So I'm fine with getting rid of it, just to make something out of it. But yeah, this'll be another cool project for you, Thing. I guess this is what you're going to be building after your truck. We'll have to disassemble the cockpit just so I can operate my truck again. For the time being. Still, looks nice. Yes. Okay, I'm going to declare victory there. We've done a lot today. We found a smorgasbord of materials on a massive ship. Gigantic cargo container. There it is. Large grid battery, which we've put on the Absentia. The Absentia is operational. It can move. We can now just build stuff on it or attach stuff to it. Pick up this turbine house and put it on as a command tower. Heck, if we can get the plane working, we can use it as an aircraft carrier. That'd be real fun. We can pack up here, put it on the Absentia, and move out as we try and establish a base in a different location if we so desire. We have basically what we need to build a rocket, and I'm eager to do that next time. We can go to space and declare victory on some front. Spare gyros we can put on the rocket. I think we're ready. But not now. We're out of time now. And it's a good time. So I'm going to go. I'm Exception. This is In TV. Have a good day and good night.